It is estimated we know only 5% of the Earth's oceans, and even less about what lies beneath the surface of our planet. What's even more fascinating is that we know a lot more about outer space than our own oceans. We have better maps of Mars and Venus than the ocean floor. So it's no surprise that ocean is the world's biggest museum, and we are the curators, as said by marine biologist Sylvia Earle. In this video, we're going to explore 15 mysterious worlds hidden beneath our feet. From lost ancient cities to a sea without shores, let's dive into the unknown depths of our planet. And trust us, it's unlike anything you've ever seen on YouTube. Number 15. Underneath the Ross Sea Ice Shelf. Buried under Antarctica's Ross Ice Shelf, in a place where sunlight has never touched and temperatures could freeze your blood, something impossible is alive. Scientists drilled through hundreds of meters of ice, expecting nothing but barren water. Instead, they found creatures no one could explain. Fish swimming upside down, crustaceans scuttling through the darkness, and strangest of all, sea anemones embedded directly in the ice, surviving against all logic. No one knows how they got there. There's no obvious food source, no warmth, nothing that should support life. Yet here they are, rewriting what we thought was possible. Some scientists think these extreme survivors could be the key to finding alien life on Europa, one of Jupiter's frozen moons. The expedition barely scratched the surface. With a new, upgraded robot, researchers are preparing to return. Whatever they find next might not just change what we know about Earth, it might change what we know about life itself. Number 14. Gakkel Ridge. Picture this. You're in the Arctic Ocean, miles from land, in the dead of winter. The ice is so thick it could trap a nuclear submarine. Now, imagine drilling 3 miles down, straight into an active volcanic ridge. Welcome to the Gakkel Ridge, one of the most mysterious, least explored places on Earth. Scientists first investigated it in 2003, expecting cold, lifeless depths. Instead, they found the opposite. Massive hydrothermal vents, gushing, scalding water, teeming with life that had never been seen before. Then in 2007, things got even weirder. A remote sub discovered enormous pyroclastic deposits, glassy, volcanic debris normally found in explosive eruptions on land. That shouldn't be possible under extreme pressure. This isn't just another underwater volcano. It's an entire ecosystem hiding in one of the harshest environments imaginable. Number 13. Champagne seeps on the Cascadia margin. Imagine a never-ending glass of champagne, but at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. Off the U.S. West Coast, 500 cold seeps are constantly releasing methane, forming shimmering bubbles that rise like an underwater toast to the unknown. Cold seeps are biological gold mines. Unlike hydrothermal vents, which spew boiling water, cold seeps release slightly warmer methane-rich fluid, creating an unexpected oasis of life. Scientists recently discovered that mussels here don't eat in the traditional sense. Instead, they host bacteria in their gills that convert methane into energy, turning a deadly gas into fuel. But here's the real mystery. Where is all this methane coming from? Some researchers believe it's being released from deep within the Earth, while others worry it's an early warning sign of shifting tectonic plates. Even more concerning? Well, methane is a pretty powerful greenhouse gas. If enough of it escapes into the atmosphere, it could accelerate climate change in ways we're not ready for. It's just scary. Number 12. Greenland's hidden coral reefs. Greenland is a land of ice, snow, and coral. Yeah, no one saw that coming. In 2012, scientists were collecting water samples 900 meters down off Cape Desolation when their equipment was wrecked. The culprit? A deep-sea coral reef they didn't even know existed. At first, they were pissed about their ruined gear. Then they realized what they had found. Unlike tropical reefs, which thrive in sunlit waters, cold water corals live in complete darkness. They don't rely on photosynthesis. Instead, they feed on plankton carried by deep ocean currents, growing slowly over thousands of years. Virtually nothing is known about Greenland's coral reef. It could be home to species that have never been documented. Some believe it may be thousands of years old. One thing's for sure, this discovery proves that even in the most extreme places, life finds a way. Number 11. Horizon Deep. Everyone talks about the Mariana Trench, but Horizon Deep? That's the second deepest place on Earth, and it's just as terrifying. Located in the Tonga Trench, this black abyss plunges over 10 kilometers down, a place so extreme that science barely knows what's lurking there. Creatures in the Hadal Zone, well, yep, that's what we call the deepest parts of the ocean, are some of the strangest on the planet. Think glowing jellyfish, see-through sea cucumbers, and shrimp-like beings that survive in pressures that would crush a submarine. But Horizon Deep isn't just a deep hole. It's a battleground between tectonic plates. The Pacific and Indo-Australian plates constantly grind against each other here, triggering earthquakes and reshaping the ocean floor. Every time we send a sub down, the landscape has changed. The real question? What else is hiding in this abyss? If the Mariana Trench gave us giant amphipods and alien-looking snailfish, what kind of monsters are waiting to be discovered in Horizon Deep? Number 10. The Bermuda Triangle. For decades, the Bermuda Triangle has been swallowing ships, planes, and people like some cosmic black hole in the middle of the Atlantic. This eerie stretch of the ocean, marked by Bermuda, Florida, and Puerto Rico, has fueled every theory under the sun. Magnetic anomalies, rogue waves, time warps, and even alien abductions. The legend really took off in 1945 when Flight 19, a squadron of 5 U.S. Navy bombers, vanished without a trace during a training mission. Before their radios cut out, the flight leader's last words were unsettling. "We are entering white water. Nothing seems right." A rescue plane sent after them also vanished, because apparently one mass vanishing wasn't creepy enough. Over the years, the triangle has racked up a disturbing body count. The SS Marine Sulphur Queen vanished in 1963 with 39 men aboard. The USS Cyclops went missing in 1918, taking 309 souls with it. No distress calls, no debris, just a pattern of ships and planes ghosting out of existence like they were never there. Scientists say bad weather, methane gas eruptions, or magnetic interference explain the disappearances. But let's be honest, this thing is the destroyer, like J. Robert Oppenheimer. Number 9. Von Dam Vent Field. Most hydrothermal vents are built from sulfides, belching out black smoke and forming jagged mineral towers. But the Von Dam Vent Field? It breaks all the rules. Located deep in the Caribbean, its vents are made of talc, the same soft mineral found in baby powder. Discovered in 2010, these ghostly white towers rise 75 meters off the seafloor, pumping out water heated to 200 degrees Celsius. Despite the scalding temperatures, life flourishes here. Shrimp swarm the vents in numbers so massive, they look like living carpets. Bacteria thrive in the mineral-rich waters, forming the base of a completely unique food chain. Here's the kicker. 75% of the Caribbean mid-ocean ridge system remains unexplored. That means Von Dam is just the beginning. Scientists believe there could be hundreds of unknown hydrothermal systems hiding in the depths, each one potentially home to species that exist nowhere else. The ocean isn't just Earth's final frontier, it's a world we barely understand. All right, guys, now let's talk about Number 8. Silfra Fissure. Few places on Earth let you touch 2 continents at once, but Silfra Fissure in Iceland is one of them. This underwater rift marks the boundary between the Eurasian and North American tectonic plates, a crack in the Earth that widens by 2 centimeters every year. Here, Iceland is literally being torn apart. But what makes Silfra truly special is its water. So pure and clear, it's drinkable. Fed by glacial meltwater filtered through volcanic rock, Silfra boasts visibility of up to 100 meters, making it a dream for divers and snorkelers. The experience? Drifting weightlessly through a neon blue abyss with walls of jagged rock stretching down to a depth of 63 meters. The catch? It's freezing. At a bone-chilling 2 degrees Celsius, even a thick wetsuit won't save you from the numbing cold. But for those willing to brave the icy depths, Silfra offers something rare, a glimpse into the ever-shifting forces that shape our planet. Number 7. Twilight Zone Reefs of the Chagos Islands. There's a part of the ocean where light fades, but life thrives. It's called the Twilight Zone, and in the remote Chagos Islands, these deep reefs could be the key to saving coral ecosystems worldwide. Most coral research focuses on shallow reefs, but below 40 meters, mesophotic reefs take over. Here, corals adapt to near darkness, stretching into strange, elongated forms to capture the faintest rays of light. Many species found in the Twilight Zone are also found in shallower waters, but some are unique, existing nowhere else on Earth. These reefs are more than just biological wonders. They're lifelines. After the catastrophic coral bleaching of 2016, scientists discovered that deeper, healthier reefs could help repopulate damaged, shallower reefs, acting as genetic reservoirs. But exploration here is difficult. Until recently, divers were limited to just 25 meters, meaning much of the Twilight Zone remains uncharted. It's a mystery. Number 6. Cenotes of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. Beneath the jungles of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula lies a vast submerged labyrinth, thousands of deep water-filled sinkholes known as cenotes. Formed by collapsing limestone, these natural wells are part of the world's longest underwater cave system, stretching for over 60 miles. But the cenotes aren't just geological wonders. They hold deep cultural and historical significance. The ancient Maya believed these pools were gateways to the underworld, sacred entrances to the afterlife. Even today, divers exploring their depths have uncovered eerie remnants of Mayan rituals, from pottery to human skeletons. Some cenotes hold another secret. Many are clustered around the Chicxulub crater, the impact site of the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs 66 million years ago. These sinkholes may be scars left by the cosmic collision that changed Earth forever. Number 5. The Sargasso Sea. A sea without shores? That's the Sargasso Sea, a vast, eerie, drifting expanse in the middle of the Atlantic, cut off by swirling ocean currents. Unlike the violent waves surrounding it, the Sargasso Sea is unsettlingly calm, a strange oasis where brown tendrils of sargassum seaweed stretch for miles, tangling everything in their path. For centuries, sailors feared these waters. The seaweed was said to trap ships, leaving crews stranded until they starved. And then there were the ghost ships, abandoned vessels eerily intact, floating aimlessly with no one aboard. The most famous was the Rosalie, a French merchant ship discovered in 1840. Its sails were set, its cargo untouched, but not a single person remained. Ancient myths claimed the seaweed was carnivorous, devouring sailors whole. Science calls that nonsense, but the Sargasso Sea still holds secrets. Why do so many vessels go missing? Why do some ships sail in but never come out? Even in an age of satellites and GPS, some places refuse to give up their mysteries. Number 4. Carter Seamount. Rising from the depths of the Atlantic, Carter Seamount is a submerged volcano that sits just 200 meters below the surface. First studied in 2013 by researchers from the University of Bristol, this seamount is one of over 1 million underwater volcanoes scattered across the ocean floor. Most remain uncharted, silent giants hiding vast ecosystems in their shadows. Despite being extinct, Carter is anything but lifeless. Its slopes are blanketed in corals and sponges, attracting a bustling community of marine life, from vibrant fish to elusive deep-sea mammals. Seamounts like Carter serve as underwater islands, creating hotspots of biodiversity in the open ocean. But there's trouble in paradise. Industrial fishing, mainly bottom trawling, has devastated seamount ecosystems. Without intervention, these underwater worlds may vanish before we ever truly understand them. Number 3. The Devil's Sea of Japan. They call it the Devil's Sea, the Pacific's answer to the Bermuda Triangle. Located south of Tokyo, this treacherous stretch of ocean has been swallowing ships and confusing sailors for centuries. Some legends say dragons lurk beneath its waters. Others claim it's a portal to another world. In the early 1950s, Japan lost 5 military vessels here, over 700 sailors gone without a trace. The government marked it a danger zone, and naturally, conspiracy theories exploded. Paranormal author Charles Berlitz ran with it in his book The Dragon's Triangle, claiming this patch of ocean was a hotbed for the unexplained. Skeptics argue the so-called military ships were actually fishing vessels, victims of rough weather and piracy. But that doesn't explain why ships here are found abandoned, their crews missing. Some say electromagnetic forces are at play. Others think there's something even weirder lurking beneath those waves. Either way, Japan's Devil's Sea isn't a place you'd want to sail through alone. Number 2. Thonis Heracleion. For centuries, Thonis and Heracleion were thought to be two separate cities, until explorers realized they were the same lost metropolis, swallowed by the sea. First spotted from the air in the 1930s, the city remained a mystery until 1999, when archaeologists finally uncovered its ruins at the mouth of the Nile. What they found was astonishing. Colossal statues, towering temples, and gold-laden treasures frozen in time beneath the waves. Once a thriving trade hub, Thonis Heracleion mysteriously sank over 1,000 years ago. Today, it stands as one of history's greatest underwater discoveries of our modern time, rewriting Egypt's ancient past. Number 1. The Michigan Triangle. Who needs an ocean when you've got a lake capable of swallowing ships, planes, and even people without a trace? Right in the heart of Lake Michigan, the Michigan Triangle has been racking up disappearances for over a century. Case in point, Captain George Donner. In 1937, after a routine coal delivery, he locked himself in his cabin to rest. 3 hours later, when his crew knocked on his door, he was gone. The door was still locked from the inside. No signs of struggle, no clues. Just vanished. Then there's Northwest Airlines Flight 2501. In 1950, it flew into the Michigan Triangle carrying 58 people and never came out. No wreckage, no bodies, just a plane that ceased to exist. Search crews found scattered debris, but to this day, the full wreckage has never been located. Some believe electromagnetic fields are to blame. Others say it's a rift in time. Either way, when a lake starts acting like the Bermuda Triangle, you know something strange is going on beneath the surface. If you have enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you very soon in the next one.